Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show to recap Friday Night Smackdown, the fallout from the Night of Champions, the fallout from Night of Champions to Smackdown. And I thought it was a pretty good show to follow up Night of Champions, especially tonight where you had the 1,000 day championship celebration of Roman Reigns with the Bloodline, which, man, that story's just been cinema these last few weeks. It's been fantastic. With the Usos teasing, oh, when's the Bloodline? When's it fully gonna implode? That was a pretty good night. We had a good Money in the Bank qualifying match between Montez Ford and LA Knight. Two people I want to see in the Money in the Bank. Obviously, LA Knight's the favorite to win it, so we'll go over and see if he won his Money in the Bank qualifying match. Yeah, and so we're gonna get right into it. So Roman Reigns, we had a video package to open the show for the Tribal Chief. So WWE never misses on their video packages. Like they always have good video packages. Went over all the days where he was the milestones of his championship reign. It's one thing I'll give WWE credit for. They never miss. They never miss on those. But I thought Smackdown was pretty decent tonight. Smackdown was not shit. JD said something like it was shit or something. I don't know what he was watching. Yes, that one segment with the Grayson Waller fight was kind of cringe. I didn't really like it that much in the OC versus Hit Row. But I thought the video package was good to open the show. Austin Theory cut a decent promo, I guess. The tag match between Brawling Brutes and Pretty Deadly and Austin Theory I thought were pretty good. And Montez Ford and LA Knight was pretty entertaining. And then the last 35 minutes there with the 1,000 Days was pretty entertaining. So I thought Smackdown was good tonight. I didn't think it was bad. Alright, so. But the most impressive part of his championship reign, in my opinion, I guess, is that he did it without suffering a major injury. It's almost unheard of nowadays. Like, a champion will somehow get a major injury. But over these 1,000 days Roman Reigns has been champion, he hasn't got an injury. People say, oh, only 4 times a year, and you barely wrestle. So what? So Roman has to wrestle in meaningless matches every week? You haven't had that in a very long time. He even popped his shoulder back into place after his match at WrestleMania. But I don't want to jinx it yet, but I probably already have. But he barely wrestles according to Twitter. I mean, I want him to lose the title, but he just doesn't wrestle 4 matches a year. Like house shows. Like you've had the Rumble, Chamber, Mania Night 2, Night of Champions, but house shows definitely do count. So he's wrestled more than 4 times. But yeah, I thought it was a good opening. So then you had Austin Theory come out, cut a promo, basically talking about how the night was special with a 1,000 day celebration for Roman Reigns, and that he could have a title celebration 1,000 days, 2,000 days, 3,000 days, 4,000 days, forever. Which I kind of want Austin Theory to lose the United States title at this point. He's kind of just, I don't know. I don't really care for Austin Theory. I really would prefer Sheamus to win the United States Championship because I think he deserves a run because I feel like this is the best he's been in his career with the Brawling Brutes. So, I'd rather see Sheamus take that title off Austin Theory. And then he brings out Pretty Deadly, who helped him retain the championship. I feel like some people would have forgot he was the champion if it wasn't for all the, like, interferences and stuff like that for him to retain the belt. But yeah. And then Pretty Deadly comes out, but then they talk. I don't even know what they were saying really. Pretty Deadly's really a good tag team. I just really wasn't paying attention to what they were saying. Out come the Brawling Brutes, and we get Pretty Deadly and Austin Theory versus the Brawling Brutes. Obviously, Pretty Deadly and Austin Theory get the win in a pretty good tag match. So the opening tag match here I thought was pretty good to open the show. But then we get a little segment backstage with Paul Heyman, basically saying he's going to go to Adam Pearce and get the Usos, make sure the Usos aren't there, get some security, and So yeah, we'll get to that later. The OC versus Hero, they had some kind of diss track or something about Hero or something the OC, or Hero had about the OC. I really didn't care about this match, man. Hero is just so bad, like they're so cringe. One of Triple H's worst rehires, probably their worst. Probably his worst rehire was bringing back Hero. They just failed. I thought they would have a chance where they could improve, but they've been worse. I'm sorry. But the OC win, good. Next, you had Heyman and Adam Pearce backstage. Heyman goes to Adam Pearce, and Adam Pearce already said, I already know what you want. He's got some security, make sure the Usos won't show up in a backstage segment, which they obviously showed up because WWE Logic. So yeah, but then we had the Grayson Waller effect. And Grayson Waller has now been called up for a month. And what has he done? 2 talk shows and 0 matches. Like, what are we doing here with Grayson Waller? Why have you called him up, but he's had 0 matches and 2 talk shows? They are turning him into a Miz clone for Smackdown. I guess Vince seems to love his talk shows. I mean, I know he did the same thing on NXT with his talk shows, but he was wrestling banger matches in NXT too. He's not doing anything. And maybe he got hurt from his last match with Carmelo Hayes. I don't know if he's fully recovered. Maybe he's still hurt from his last match. Maybe that can make some sense, but I don't know. I think he got hurt in his last match, though. I understand if he got hurt. But then you have multiple wrestlers coming out and interrupting each other. You have Io Sky coming out and interrupt, Bayley, Shotzi, Lacey Evans, Zelina Vega, multiple wrestlers interrupting each other. It's just not fun when the wrestlers interrupt. They talk for a few seconds and interruption. Like, I just didn't care too much for the segment, and they only had all these constant interruptions before Bianca eventually come down broad with Asuka. So, yeah, I just didn't care too much for this segment. But the only obvious there's no other winner for the women's Money in the Bank except Io Sky. Everyone else can shut their mouth and go back to catering. I'm just manifesting LA Knight and Io Sky winning the Money in the Bank briefcases. I don't know. Zelina could win Money in the Bank. It's either her or Io Sky. Zelina Vega could be a good choice. Because I mainly feel Io and Asuka deserve a real program with each other that lasts for a while, and that doesn't happen in Money in the Bank. And Zelina's could be a good choice. She's very over, she's very over right now, getting some good pops with the fans. So I think she could win it. But that whole segment was painful to watch. Good lord. Montez Ford versus LA Knight, Money in the Bank qualifier, and obviously LA Knight gets the win, one step closer to Money in the Bank for LA Knight. Happy he won it, he deserves it. And he's gonna be one to dethrone Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. He's gonna pull Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins make it for his lack of a WrestleMania moment this year to get one the next WrestleMania. Maybe Montez could get a second chance. I want them both in that match. But next you have Roman Reigns as a 1,000-day championship celebration. And basically that's it. I'm going to put the notebook up because there's no point else having it out right now. So yeah, they have them come out. Triple H introduces them out. Yeah, but the championship, man, I didn't like it. I don't like the championship. I'm sorry. It doesn't look good. They literally gave Roman basically the same belt with blue stones and no blue strap. That's a waste of time. It's literally just gold in the middle. It's the same belt, different design. Instead of blue, it's gold. But this is lazy. It's virtually no different than the WWE Championship. It's better than the blueberry strap, but I'm still disappointed though. I don't like it, man. That's the issue. It's a WWE branded title, oh Lord, man, it's just so bad. But yeah, I thought the whole 35 minutes was good outside that WWE Championship reveal. But Solo backed his brothers, and then he spiked Jimmy in favor of Roman Reigns. I couldn't believe it. Just cinema, man. That's the best storyline, in wrestling or in history. This storyline's just insane. This is the most compelling storyline in WWE history. I genuinely have no idea where they're taking this. That's one of the most dramatic endings. But yeah, overall, I'll give the show a solid 8 out of 10. Because I thought, like, the tag match was really good to open the show. Like, the tag match was pretty good. Montez Ford and LA Knight match, and obviously the celebration. But those C and Hit Row didn't care for, and that Grayson Waller fight, the big brawl, just didn't do it for me. Like, that was cringe. But yeah, that's all I'll say for Smackdown tonight. So leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Until next Smack Live. Peace.